Well, I'm really pleased with the win. I thought we came out and played with a lot of intensity, a lot of fire, holding them to 26. They're a good basketball team. Our players came out the second half. Well, after we built that lead up, I was worried they were up on. I mean, they were down to Coastal by 15 at half in the previous game, and they came back and won that game by 5. We at one point at App State this year, without Nigel, we were up on them 36-18. They beat us by whatever it was, 3. So we knew they were capable of coming back with Forrest and Williams and their guards, and I just thought our guys did a good job playing defense for the most part of the game. We kind of let it get away from us that last 5-7 minutes, but we out-rebounded them by 6, and we probably, the one thing we did tonight, probably the worst thing we did tonight was we turned it over a little bit too much, I thought. But they played with a lot of fire. I was worried that Isaiah hurt himself tripping over that line on the court out there, but he's fine. We're good. So it was a good fitting for a good ending for this young man to my left, Nigel Pearson, and his other senior teammate Eric Terry. We've now had 3 20-win seasons in the last 4 years. And the 1 year we did, and we lost our starting point guard, with about 12 games, about 11 games to go in the conference race. And I believe if we would have kept Marlon healthy, we'd have been very close to another 20-point season. So, I mean, that has to put us up there over the last 4 years, averaging somewhere around 20, 21 wins a game. Pretty high up there among the 20, whatever it is, 20-something Texas Division I schools. And a lot of credit belongs to Nigel Pearson, not only because he can play, he knows how to play the game, but because of his leadership.
Coach, 42 points in the paint tonight. How are you getting to those open looks inside?
Well, I mean, I thought they executed. We did a nice job against their zone. We had 2 nice dunks off the lob play. I think some of the reasons why he had 23 was he snuck around behind the zone and got some layups, putbacks. That's some. I'm not going to take all the credit for us losing at App State. I didn't have Nigel there, but we weren't properly prepared for that 1-3-1 zone. They didn't run it against us the first time around, to best of my memory, and they hit it with us, and we were not quite prepared for that. And anyway, we shot too many long threes last time we played them. This time I thought it was a good mixture. What did we shoot? 12 threes this game, and they did. That's what I told them. I said we don't need to be shooting as many threes as we did the last time, and the game they follow the game plan.
Nigel, you had 4 steals early in the game, and you were just all over the place defensively. What went into this performance defensively?
I just was locked in on the scouting report. It's that time, so I got to make plays. And, I seen the ball, go get the ball. Got to win 50-50 goals. That's what wins championships, so I'm just trying to win.
Nigel, and what was one of the things that you saw from an offensive standpoint that allowed you to be so successful tonight?
I was just being aggressive, just getting to my spots. I feel like last game against South Alabama, if you look at the shot chart on my shooting percentage, I didn't shoot the ball well, but I feel like I told somebody the other day, I don't remember what I was talking about, I said I let them off the hook. I wasn't being as aggressive. I wasn't being the player that I am, you know what I'm saying? I gave, I let them off the hook basically, so I wasn't letting anybody off the hook tonight. I was enforcing my will all game.
What are you expecting with this thing shifting to New Orleans and your hopes of making the big dance in terms of, everything nationally is kind of up in the air. I don't know if you're aware yet, but they suspended the NBA season tonight. How do you handle that situation while still trying to focus on the court and win games and Vandals?
The NCAA is going to play their tournament. The Sun Belt's going to allow the tournament to go on. And we just, in our little world, we got to take care of our business in our world. The NBA is a whole nother world. I tell the players all the time, high school is different from college, and college is a lot different from the NBA or the Europe. We got to do well in our world. And so I just told these guys in the locker room, I said, I've never felt more confident about a team winning this thing than I do with these guys. And part of it is they're just, we have great leadership, as I said, with Nigel and some other young men on the team. And we have, I think we have young men that this is what I want. This is the most important thing to me in building a program is get the right people in here so you have the right culture. Any businessman, I think, would tell you, I got to have good employees if we're going to succeed. You know, I got to have people who want to be there, who will follow directions, and you know, who will be on time, all that, do all the little things. And we have that group of young men, and more so almost than any team I've ever had. You know, last year's team was good. They didn't have it as much as this team did. Probably the closest team to that was the team that did get to the championship game, Nigel's freshman year. But this team, I think overall this team is more talented than that team, and that team was, I thought, a nice team. So I feel really good if we can stay healthy and we continue to play defense and with the intensity we have. I feel good about going to New Orleans and continuing thereafter.
Isaiah, you had a career high in points tonight, and you look like you were having a lot of fun out there. What can you say about your performance tonight?
I gotta get the mic.
Or you can take it.
I mean, my teammates found me. I'm always having fun no matter what. So, I mean, that's just me. That's just how I play. But, I mean, my teammate found me. They got me involved today a whole lot. And lately, you know, like what Nigel said, like I've been building off confidence. So it's like last couple of games I haven't been, you know, myself. But over the past time, I mean, I've been building off confidence, being happy. Best fans in the nation. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's what?
Best fans in the nation.
Yeah, we're really proud of the students and the townspeople who came tonight. You know, I don't know how close we were to the attendance record, but it had to be one of the better crowds in Texas State men's basketball history. And we're all thankful to the administration for their efforts to bring the fans out. We're thankful to the students because I think there was a good number of them out there, and thankful to all the townspeople the people who, whether they're in San Marcos, New Braunfels, Kyle, Austin, South, whatever, San Antonio. Well, you know, we had a very nice crowd tonight, and it was loud in there.
Yeah, of course, my confidence high. It's always high. I always believe, you know, when you step on the court, we can win the game. The toughest team win. We're a tough team. Obviously, like I said, we've shown time and time again that we can win games. What is that? 13 out of our last 16 or something like that. So, you know, that's pretty good. It's pretty tough. You know, we've been in win now mode since January. So that's also a plus for us. You know, we've been winning games, must-win games for a long time now. So we're not in panic mode. We're not forcing. We're not getting out of character. We're just playing basketball to the best of our ability. And when we do that, we're a pretty tough team to beat.
Nigel, what were the emotions tonight with it being your last home game? And obviously the fans were, a lot of them here to see you and support you. And then can you take us through the conversation you had with Coach when he took you out of the game?
I mean, I'm not real emotional, so not a lot of emotions. Thank you to the fans. I mean, I gave y'all all I can give. So, you know, I left everything out there. I think everybody, you know, seen that time and time again. So it wasn't just so much like, oh, this is my last game. It hurts so bad, you know, because I'm content, you know what I'm saying? Coach just told me, you know what I'm saying, great game, great career. Thank you. You know, I thanked him.
Told him I was proud of him.
Yeah, that too. You know, he always, tell me that a lot, and I thank him too, and same thing because he gave me the opportunity.
I don't know if you know this, and I don't know if Nigel really wants me to say this, but, you know, Nigel had some people look at him, but in the end, he was overlooked. And look what he's done. I think that says more than somebody. The other day, they have this, what they call it, Super 555 in football. And the Austin American Statesman put on there, what happened to those Fab 55? More than half of them didn't make it. And I'm telling you, I enjoy recruiting young men that are not heavy recruited but have a chip on their shoulder and are dedicated to the game. And you see that all the time. Recruited a young man named David Wesley to Baylor. He only had us and Sam Houston when I was an assistant at Baylor. He spent 11 years in the NBA. You know, and you know, a young man named Thomas Walkup at Stephen F. Austin. He had only us and HBU, and HBU was going from a Division II to Division I. And he had a two-time MVP, three-time tournament MVP there, making great money in Europe. Nigel is one of those guys. And recruiting is not an exact science. But I tell my assistants, find out about not only about skill level and athleticism, but about heart, IQ, work ethic. He has all those things. He competes. He loves the game. All of them do. But, you know, if I could put 30 pounds on this guy, I got him because he's so skinny. But, you know, he's a hell of a player. If I can get 25 pounds on him, he's got a great chance to also play. This guy's going to make some money playing basketball somewhere, and I'm hoping this guy's going to make some money playing basketball somewhere too.